Hey, what's up, everyone? So, I'm going to start running a couple of shorter clips now. So, 27 minutes. Someone wants to watch me going on for 27 minutes, so a bit of a shorter one. So, welcome back to the channel. Just reminding you, I don't know whether this is like reminding you of anything or just wanting to enlighten people who don't know. So, today I want to talk about these douchebags, these idiots right here. See them every day. A town where I live, Newcastle, New South Wales, everyone will know. If you're local, everyone will know. We get blitzed by these fuckers everywhere. Put it under the banner of road safety or you goddamn please, but we get blitzed by them. So a lot of people probably don't know, mobile speed cameras are not owned by the federal government. They are not owned by the New South Wales state government. They are owned by a bank. They are owned by the Macquarie Bank. Look it up. It's all there. Well, it's all there, but you've got to really try. They're not offering up that information, even on the free information internet. It was very difficult to come across a lot of the information when I was doing a bit of research into it. But anyway, they're owned by the Macquarie Bank. So they don't get the revenue. Let's just make it clear. The Macquarie Bank don't get the revenue from the fines as such. They get an annual lump sum payment from the government. So they're essentially contractors, contracted by the state government to implement these traffic cameras, speed cameras. So, as I said, like everyone in the town where I live, Newcastle, New South Wales, will get it. Like they're everywhere. Now, I don't know how frequent they are in other suburbs outside of Newcastle, New South Wales. Don't go there. But all I'm saying is I know that we get blitzed by them here, along with the countless traffic cameras and safety cameras they have at traffic lights and, red light cameras and all that type of jazz. Get all that, but yeah, these things are everywhere, especially where I work, especially in Tomago. So I don't know who came up with the idea, let's target hard-working mums and dads who work in industry, manufacturing, blah, 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 all that in Tomago, but we get absolutely smashed by them. They're there every fucking day. So like I said, they don't get the revenue as such, but they get a lump sum payment from the government. So what? Our money? Yeah, they get paid by our money to fine us. That's how they get paid. Well, they're essentially contractors, but just want to reiterate, they are owned by a bank. It was put out to tender by the government. The Macquarie Bank picked it up. It's like just under $300 million for the contract to do it. So all these people are essentially contractors, so that's fine. But as far as I can say, or as far as common sense would prevail, is that this realm seems to be the realm of the New South Wales Police Department. Now, if something like contracted mobile speed cameras need to be implemented in the state, then there's either an incredible staff shortage of New South Wales police officers, which I'm sure there is. I haven't looked into it, but I'm sure there is, like we need more. But essentially, that is the role of the police. So in basic silence, the state government, with I'm sure the help of the federal government, has implemented these contracted mobile speed cameras. And then remember when if you're local again, you'll get it, when they took away the signage. So we had the signs, you could see them coming. It was a sign 200 meters before you get to one of these idiots, and then 50 meters after it. And they had one on the roof. Now they've got a flashing light. But they took them away and the revenue jumped. These are stats from a few years ago when they did take it away, and then it was implemented back 1st of January 2023 this year. They brought back the signage and everything. Now you can see them come from a fucking mile away, unless you're driving fucking like that. But so they took the signs away, and the revenue what did I read? So annually, it was $200 to $400,000 annually, just in Newcastle, New South Wales. They took away the signs and it went from $200,000 to $400,000 annually, 12 months, to over $5 million a month, what the government was raking in. Like I say, raking it in, but obviously if you get caught, you're doing the wrong thing, blah, 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 all of that. But as I said before, you can put this under the banner of road safety all you like. So where the revenue stream eventually ends up is a nice little ditty the federal government's created called the Centre for Road Safety. Community Road Safety Fund. So predominantly in a nutshell, without going through all the ins and outs of what these fuckwits are about, it's just another cash grab, basically. It's another cash grab through fining taxpayers who were doing the wrong thing. Yes. Again, I'll reiterate that if you do the wrong thing, you'll obviously get picked up by these fuckwits. That's obviously the case, but I'm just trying to make the point that if the police can't handle it, then it's a staff shortage on behalf of the police. It's not a situation, I believe, where you think, okay, the police can't handle it, so let's implement something else and we'll get the taxpayer to fund it, and then we'll use their fine revenue to top up the coffers. That's essentially what it is in a nutshell. Again, have the banner all you like. Oh, it's because of road safety and this guy got drunk and killed a family, and a comedian said it fucking years ago, Jim Jeffries, great Australian, said it perfectly a couple of years ago. We used to all be able to drive at fucking 80 kilometres an hour, everywhere you went. But then Jonathan got drunk and killed a family. Thanks, Jonathan. Now we've all got to drive at 40, you fucking idiot. Right, so they're there. Obviously, we can't do anything about it. They're there. What I'm reiterating is that they are owned by a bank. The Macquarie Bank own these things. So, I don't know, it does not sit well with me that a bank who would be profiteering in the billions after the pandemic, they're in radio, they've got property, TV, now this. How much more do they fucking need? They don't need it. All right, taxpayers and truth seekers. They're there, we've got to deal with them. Just know they're owned by a bank. Again, they're not getting the revenue, but they're getting an annual lump sum payment from the federal government. Our money is going into keeping these douchebags operating, keeping the Macquarie Bank operating these things in certain towns and cities in New South Wales. And like I said before about the revenue jump and where the revenue actually goes to this Centre for Road Safety, this Community Road Safety Fund, well, I don't know. They tend to say recently, what I was reading is that a large amount of the revenue from these go to fund the restoration of country roads, because fatalities on country roads are more than on city town roads. Country roads are worse. I don't know when the last time you're on fucking Bucketts Way. There ain't no money getting poured into that. Yeah, the last time I was there, a bit of work was happening on it and that. I've never seen a worse fucking country road in my life. I'm sure if you kept venturing further out and further out and further out, it'd just keep getting worse and worse and worse. Country roads aren't policed like city roads are policed. You can drive home pissed as a fucking nit from the pub in country roads, but it don't help when the country roads are absolutely fucking full of potholes and they're not maintained. So I don't know where all these tens of millions of dollars of revenue that are coming from these fuckwits are going to country roads. Well, I don't tend to kick around country roads a hell of a lot, but I mean, the last time I went, I don't know what, with the young bloke with soccer last year, bit of country outside of Newcastle, heading up to Maitland Way, roads are horrible. It's just one of those things where the government the state government can easily just say like, oh, but that revenue goes to this. And we as the people, I don't see no change. Like, and then, so what are we meant to do? Like, we just forget about it for a couple of days. One day I was like absolutely fucking furious about where all this fucking revenue was going. Because it only goes into politicians' pockets. They might let dribs and drabs come out into the community and maybe like, New Italy Nelms or like, beat up the Newcastle 500. I don't give a fuck about the Newcastle 500. All that's doing is fucking the roads in there. Fine, it's good for retail and that for a couple of days. Yeah, that's great for retail, pubs and clubs and all stuff like that, local shit, getting a bit of a boost for a couple of days. Yeah, how much of our taxpayer dollar is going into funding the Newcastle 500? We should all get fucking free tickets. But no, we've got to pay, and we paid for the event. Like, how many fucking times is shit like this going to happen? We fund it, and then we have to pay to get into it? Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So these mobile speed cameras, as you know, they're everywhere. Just wanted to make you aware. They're owned by Macquarie Bank. Look into it. Do what I done. Just research it. You'll see the proof yourself when you look into it. The fact that if you simply just Google search New South Wales mobile speed cameras, very difficult to come across the fact that they're owned by the Macquarie Bank. Mind you, I know, and you'll know if you've seen them around, you'll know, on the side of those vehicles, it's got New South Wales government, like the Waratah logo, New South Wales government, it's all legit. They're managed by New South Wales Transport. They're managed by it. Now, what I mean by they manage it, New South Wales Transport manage it, which New South Wales Transport is a government entity. What I mean by they manage it, so New South Wales Transport determines where they are or where they go and set up, how long they're there for, and where they're going to go next. That's it. So obviously New South Wales Transport, given the information that they have, they will say, okay, this is a black spot like the 80 kilometre stretch in between like Stocko Bridge and Tool Street Bridge. That 80 kilometre stretch in Newcastle. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google map it. Tool Street, Kooragang, it's an 80 kilometre stretch. Locals will know, they're always there. Cabbage Tree Road, Tomago, they're always there. All right, so who are we targeting here? Who are they targeting? New South Wales Transport, who are they targeting? Mums and dads. There's the occasional fuckwit, I get it. Mums and dads. What are you doing? Taking your kids to and from school, your stay-at-home mum's coming home, your dad's going to work, your mum's going to work, mum's coming home, dad's coming home. These are the people who these fuckwits are targeting. New South Wales Transport are targeting mothers and fathers and the occasional fuckwit. Thanks, Jonathan. Now we're going to drive at fucking 40, you fucking idiot. That's what I'm saying. They're targeting mums and dads and the occasional fuckwit. Okay. So I'm only going to let this one go for about 15 minutes. So as I've said, managed by the state government entity of New South Wales Transport, managed, and they get an annual the Macquarie Bank get an annual payment from the government of our money to sit around and fine us. That's what these fucking things are about. And then just with like a snippet to go, so then I deal with that, and I know that my taxpayer pays for them to be around, and then I come home and there's countless advertisements on TV saying, can you donate to the Smith family? Can you donate to save koalas? Can you donate to save the platypus? Look at this bear that's in chains. No one can hear him scream. Please donate. We'll send you a plush toy and an information pack. Anyway, another episode coming up soon. Thanks for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, all that, blah, blah, blah. Bye-bye.